minute pitch. The opportunity to pitch your business in front of thousands or hundreds of thousands, millions of people across the world. With the power of internet marketing, we're able to enhance your business and give you the opportunity to take it to the next level. We're really excited because we are at the J Spot tonight, where comedy is at its best. But tonight, we're not going to laugh at the participants. We're going to support them. We're going to energize them. We're going to educate, motivate, inspire you with their businesses. So this is something that we're really excited to expand to the community. We've been doing some great things with the Community Empowerment Movement Network. I really like that name, Community Empowerment Movement Network. How many of us agree that there needs to be a movement? There needs to be a new focus. There needs to be new energy. And the Community Empowerment Movement Network is sponsored by the Mavet Way. And what Mavet stands for, M, mind, V, vision, E, energy, T, technology. Mind, vision, energy, and technology. And why is Mavet so important? Because the component comes from the creator. Anything that you get, we believe in balance: social, emotional, mental, financial, and spiritual balance. See, a lot of companies don't promote that, but when you talk to motivational speakers, when you talk to educators, when you talk to individuals who teach businesses and help those businesses reach high levels, they always say there has to be a spiritual component, believe it or not. And those businesses end up thriving, and there's a balance that comes with that, because if you want to be an entrepreneur, you have to have the ability to create, right or wrong. And that creation has to come from a certain type of energy that you need to bring, right or wrong. And from that energy comes great ideas, right or wrong. Do you think that's a coincidence where a lot of individuals, when they're on their very last leg and they feel they have no options and they feel they're getting ready to go down, then all of a sudden, a great idea comes. And from that great idea, it takes that individual that was down, that was desperate, that had fear, that had doubt, took that individual, all of a sudden they had strength, they had passion, they had desire, and the willingness to win. And that business said, enough is enough. Let's take it to the next level. And that's also life. How many of us had situations where we were down a little bit and then we had to look adversity in the eye and say, enough is enough? Anybody here? And did we survive? Did we take our lives to the next level? Business is the same way, guys. You will have adversity. There will be times when you will have fear. There will be times you will have doubt. But you have to have persistence. Why? Because persistence always beats resistance. And if you stay focused and dedicated to your cause, see, when we put together our company, immediately we focus on the cause. Our cause is to empower communities of all races through personal growth, financial education, and wealth creation, and put them in a position to succeed, to educate, motivate, and to inspire them to be the best they can be. One of the businesses we have is Dream Vision Nation. With that particular company, we were able to finance individuals and put them in a position to succeed. And I'm so proud of that business because I've been able to utilize it myself. I remember when my scores were in the 400s and I was down. And I had to really find a way. There was a particular time where I had an incredible business. I was a real estate investor. REO Short Sales had a beautiful office in Santa Monica on 4th Street, just a few blocks from the promenade. I used to stop business deals in my office and finish them overlooking the Pacific Ocean on my cell phone. I was living a great life. I made more money at that particular time than any other time in my life. But unfortunately, easy come, easy go. And when the economy went down, I lost everything, mentally, emotionally, physically. I even lost my wife. I was diagnosed. I was diagnosed as being depressed. They call it functionally depressed. I was functioning. I was a dad. I was a basketball coach. I was working, but I wasn't feeling like me. I wasn't that tiger. But then something happened when I said enough was enough. And I called some of my mentors. One of them was Les Brown, and they said, when you build at this time, give back to get back. And I started in a company, an educational company. At that particular time, when I lost everything, I was living in my vehicle like 3 nights a week because I had to go to work at 10 o'clock. And I was right there at Culver City at the park. And I loved sleeping there because I used to have to sleep there. But at 9 o'clock, everyone had to leave the park, and I had to be at work at 10. So the security used to come in there, knock on my door, and tell me I had to leave. They were my alarm clock. That's the life I was living. And that was 2011. Joined the company, achieved a little success. I was able to achieve vice president position in that particular company. Have a big organization that allows me to have a recurring income lifestyle. And what I mean by that is while I'm sleeping, I'm making money. When I get up in the morning and take a shower, I'm making money. When I'm brushing my teeth, I'm making money. When I'm eating breakfast, I'm making money. On my way to work, I'm making money. And finally, when I get to work, I'm making money. And they call it a reoccurring income. And it's not because I'm special or know more than anybody else. That's just the destiny I chose. Because a friend of mine became very wealthy in the industry, and they say if you want what somebody has, you got to do what they've done to get what they got. So I just did that. But what happened along the way, I learned that I could develop other reoccurring incomes. I was like, wow, this works with real estate. On a consistent basis. See, I had real estate before, but I was just flipping properties, taking them. I wasn't thinking about that rent every month. I wanted that 50, 60 grand. And you say, I get that. But reoccurring income, I learned. There's nothing like having a consistent check coming in when you're working and while you're not working. How many of us would love millionaire privileges here? That's reoccurring income. It doesn't mean, I said privileges. I didn't say a millionaire. But before you, believe it or not, become a millionaire, the easiest path is to have millionaire privileges before you become a millionaire. You guys got that? Now, are there individuals who are millionaires that are maybe entertainers? There are individuals who are millionaires, maybe who are athletes. There are individuals who are very successful because for whatever reason, whatever they do on a talent level is a need, and the market knows that they can make money off of it. Unfortunately, most of us are in that category. However, we can still get to that type of income once we understand millionaire privileges. Anybody wants to know what millionaire privileges are? Anybody? When you are personal credit worthy and business credit worthy. I'm giving you something, small businesses. Let me tell you something. Not to discourage you, I'm going to give you facts. Not because I believe that that's anybody in this room, but I'm going to give you facts. Go do the research. 95% of the businesses fail within the first 3 years. And if you break even after 3 years, you've done great. And a statistic of that type of business, if you do research, is there's a beast, a destroyer of businesses, and he will come, and he's vicious, and he brings those businesses down. And that beast is called the unexpected. He always comes. And if you ain't ready for him, you going down. Well, how can I be ready for him, Mr. C? Well, if you're personal credit worthy and you establish your credit score, then you establish your own bank. You establish your own bank. Oh, I can have a bank, Mr. C. I got one. I got a video, and it says, how big is your stack? Go check it out on YouTube. And how I developed my stack was because finally the company I was working with, which is one of the top companies in America, in reference to helping people establish their credit, helped me take my score from 400 to 700. This is a fact, 2013. Now, a cat who got destroyed financially because of the economy, scores went down to 400 and something, people will say to me, well, I got $50,000 in debt, $100,000 in debt, $300,000 in debt, $700,000 in debt. And I can respect how they feel, but they wasn't even in my league. When I went down, it wasn't no six-figure down. You guys understand that? Try a seven-figure plus down. Okay? Play that game. And in my video, I talk about that, man, how I was losing everything. There was days I woke up, I was sick. I would go to bed, I was sick. I talk about on the video how I could not take care of my mom's mortgage. And how could I tell her? Go check out the video. Try that one. But the good thing is, the Creator gave us the ability to overcome adversities. And my adversity compared to other individuals, if you check business history, was minute to a lot of people. There's people who lost much more than me. Unfortunately, some of them were taking their lives. You hear about that? Not me. I slept in my car. It was cool with me. The brother was not taking his life. But there were times where I was telling myself, God, if you want to take me, it's cool. That's true. Hey, if you want to take me right now, I'm cool with it. That's where I was. So the whole key is millionaire privileges. You got to be personal credit worthy. So my scores went up. I went to a bank. The bank said, we'll give you 2,000, maybe 4,000. At that particular time, that score would have normally gotten, when I was playing the game, that score could have got me 25 to 50,000, no problem. Then it was like 2,000 or 4,000. First thing I realized when I left that bank, the game has changed. And I got to change with it. See, a lot of people say, don't be mad at the player, be mad at the game. You ever heard of that? That's the wrong thing. Don't be mad at the player, and definitely don't be mad at the game. Just learn the game. Everyone's complaining about the game. Oh, we should force the banks to give us money. You know, I respect energetic, positive, focused, dedicated individuals. But that's not enough that's going to change the game. Just so you know. It didn't change in the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Do your history. Brothers was ready at that time during the 60s. They was ready to say, take me out. I'm fighting for what's mine, right or wrong. They was not playing for real. But it didn't change the game. The mentality we need to have is the mentality that individuals have from other countries. Because what they've learned when they first come here and know what they say, or actually they already know it. Because uncle put a name behind it from Asia, from Africa, from India. All those other countries said, look, let me explain the game. This is what you need to do. When you come here, I'm going to let you stay in the room with the other 4 homies. I'm going to give you a job. And you're going to have to work. But while you working, I'm going to help build your credit score. Now, on top of that, that job that you have, you're going to have to pay me rent. But I'm going to work on your credit score. And all of a sudden, 36 months later, they got a 700 score. Then all of a sudden, they're getting a loan from the bank to open a 7-Eleven. Are y'all with me on this? That's the game. Well, in 3 years, Mr. C, okay, say it was 4, say it was 5. They're willing to work that long to get their own. And you got to respect anybody who's willing to make it happen. But you ever heard that saying, practice makes perfect? No, practice makes permanent. If you're permanently doing the wrong things, you're permanently going to get the wrong results. And there's a whole bunch of people getting the wrong results here in America. And there's a whole bunch of people coming into America, and they're getting the right results. They say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. The same thing over and over again. We're going to protest that they're going to bring down the financial component to give people money. Said it in the 60s, said it in the 70s, said it in the 80s, said it in 2000. We're still saying the same thing. Wait a minute. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different results. What? Come on. Here's the key. The answer to that, to change the mentality, the insanity, the financial insanity mentality is don't be mad at the player and don't be mad at the game. Just learn the game. I secured $500,000 over in 24 months. I ain't mad at the game. I could have been mad at the game when I was living in my car with a 400 score. I could have been mad at the game when I was working a job from 10 o'clock to 8. My colleague is sitting right there. We work together. 3 o'clock in the morning. When I mean 10 to 8, I mean 10 o'clock at night to 8 o'clock in the morning. 3 o'clock in the morning, you're thinking of some crazy stuff. But guess what? Things I was thinking about was the Mavette Way, Dream Vision Nation. Women Inspiring Women, ACCs. I was dreaming about putting money into the community so people wouldn't have the same problems I have. That's what I was dreaming about. And I was dreaming about how can I learn how to play this game better? How many of us ever played Monopoly? Now, Monopoly, do you go clockwise or do you go counterclockwise? Clockwise, right? You got to go clockwise, right? How many of you guys ever played Monopoly counterclockwise? People who play Monopoly counterclockwise are mad at the game. Why can't I win this Monopoly game? Because you going the wrong way. Come on. That's not book sense. To go the other direction is not book sense. It's not street sense. It's what? Common sense. So I wanted to develop an organization of individuals and like-minded individuals to say, hey, y'all, you going the wrong way. Well, why should we listen to you? Because here's our stack. You guys got that? If you go look at the videos, we show people getting funding. Ryan is on the video. What did you say in your video, Brian? Give him a hand. Give him a hand. Give him a hand. Go check the testimonials out, because documentation beats conversation, right or wrong. There's a lot of people talking out there. We need to force the banks to give us the money. Well, I got 100 banks waiting for me. I don't need to force them to give me nothing, because I learned the game. You understand? However, they better treat my people right, because there's strength in numbers. Are you guys catching this? I'm giving you something here. I'm giving you something. Like, we got a program, it's $47 down, $47 a month to help people who are credit challenged. Number one, credit restoration. Most companies you work with, that's all they do. Number two, credit builder. We got testimonials of a young lady who got funding. We helped her. She came to us, she couldn't get it, but we gave her the roadmap to the game. Her scores went up, we were able to get her money. She's one of the testimonials. You understand? So with this credit restoration, first we have to understand the laws. I don't have time. We do. We have a company we work with, has a grade A rating with the Better Business Bureau. It's been around for a long time. I don't do the stuff. I go look for the best in the game. That's just what I do. You understand? I don't want to do all the work. Let them do the work. Plus, they're documented. So when people say, is the company legitimate? Well, 10 years in the game, grade A rating with the Better Business Bureau, multi-million-dollar company. I think they're pretty legit, and I just happen to be one of the vice presidents, but what does that have to do with anything? Company's tough, $47 down, $47 a month. But also, not just credit builder, credit manager. Because when you get your stack, you got to know how to manage it. Everything I'm telling you, I'm using. I got to have extra managers. Barry watches my money. Bridget watches my money. Kim manages, makes sure my accountant is right. You know, I ain't that good. I'm not good. I wasn't good with math, but I'm good with math money. Meaning math that makes you money. If they had that course in school, I would have passed. I would have got an A. Math that makes you money. So, what we're going to do is help people. We got that program, $47 down, $47 a month. Then you transition into business, being business credit worthy. That's when we help you establish your bank. See, when you have your own bank, it's like this. You need 20 grand to, say, get a home, group home, down payment, okay? Say it's, so you say, okay, I need to put 20 grand in. I got to go get some money from the bank. So you walk into the bathroom because you already got 300,000. So you walk into the bathroom, you look into the mirror, and you see the reflection, and it's you. And you look at you, and you say, can I borrow 20,000? And what do you think you is going to tell you? You are approved. And you're going to look at you and say, thank you. And you're going to feel good leaving your bathroom. How many of us are tired of going to the bank and leaving feeling not so good? Anybody? Well, get your own bank. Is that possible? Absolutely. You work with the banks to get your own bank. Did you learn business and bank in elementary school, middle school, high school, college? Did you learn that? Did you learn brokerage account, getting 3, 4, 5% on your money a month, 10 on your money a month? Do you realize you can have brokerage account, you don't even have to have no credit check? No overdraft fees? Business and bank, establish your bank. So the 47 helps you establish your bank. We wanted to make it extremely affordable. And oh, wait a minute. Credit identity theft, you get with that as well. Oh, wait a minute. Get a credit attorney with that as well. You're not going to find a better deal than that. Nowhere. Don't even try. And if you do try, you're going to come back and say, wow, Mr. C, you was right. Believe me, we've done the research. I understand the game. I wanted to help people to be competitive. I wanted to help people who are sick and tired of being sick and tired. I wanted to help people who have a dream and a vision, who deserve to have a legitimate shot. Do you guys realize just because you have a business, it's not always going to work out the way you want to? Do you guys understand that? But one thing you definitely want as a small business owner is a legitimate shot. Am I right? How many of us agree with that? You want a legitimate shot. If you're going to play the game, you want a legitimate shot. You know things could happen. Key to success, guys, another key is this. Just have more wins than losses. Try to have more wins than losses. You're going to have some temporary defeats. You only fail if you quit. You will have some temporary defeats. It's going to happen. Been there, done that. Wore that T-shirt. Still wearing it now. But I got many more wins than losses. Why? Because I learned the game and still learning the game. See, poor people look for people to give them money. Rich people look for people to give them resources. I just gave you one tonight. Whether you believe it or not, it's totally up to you. But remember, your destiny is not chance but choice. Keep trying to run that business and not be personal credit worthy. Something's going to happen. When that unexpected comes and you say, I need that money, remember this voice. I told you a year ago to learn how to play the game. And the first key is, just as much as you believe in your dream and vision, you have to believe in the dynamics of personal creditworthy and business creditworthy. That is as important to your dream than anything. Why? Because it gives you a legitimate shot. Don't be mad at the player. And when that time comes and you ain't ready, do not be mad at the game, because you were told what to do and how to do it, and you had the resources. It's one thing being at the right place at the right time. It's another thing recognizing it when you're there. But that ain't enough. The third thing is taking action. If you don't know what your credit score is, shame on you. And if you do know your credit score is and it's not where it needs to be and you're not doing nothing about it, I don't care if you work with me or not, go find somebody, because shame on you. If you can't walk in a bank and make it happen, shame on you. My daughter, 26 years old, she has a 747 credit score. 8 months ago, she tried to get a vehicle. They said you weren't ready. And she was in the 700s then. Why? Because I had to teach her the game. It's not the score. It's also having the proper trade lines. 30 days ago, we went to Culver City Honda. She drove off a lot with a 1.9 interest rate. Don't be mad at the player, and don't be mad at the game. Next year, she'll be investing with me, hopefully, if she does what she's supposed to do, in Detroit. 27 years old. Now, for those of you who have kids and you're not teaching your kids this, shame on you. Don't be mad at the player and don't be mad at the game. Just learn the game. By your fruits, by their fruits, you will know them. My fruits are going to be strong. Now, it's still their choice. They don't have to listen to Dad. But when they see Dad with the stack, they say, well, maybe we should listen to him. Because I seen him when he was living in that car. Matter of fact, I was bringing him some food. You all right, Dad? You cool, Dad? Oh, yeah, I'm cool. Now they happy when Christmas comes. Are you okay, Dad? So here we are, 1 minute pitch. We're getting ready to start. We need the first group to come on up. This is how it works, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have two groups of 5, I believe. And With this particular group, they got 1 minute to pitch their business. Now, the unique thing about this for those individuals who are viewing this